Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the His and Hers, the Truth podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for joining us, loyal viewers and new viewers. And as
Mm-hmm.
always, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you've
Yes.
been shadow watching,
No more
if
shadow
you've been
watching.
sharing the truth, debunking the lies out there,
Mm-hmm.
right, fighting against the matrix,
Yes.
like we're all trying to do right now,
Mm-hmm.
please subscribe to the channel, smash that like
Boom.
button, right, turn on the notification
Ding.
bell, comment and
Comment, comment, comment.
share.
Share,
You
share,
know, the
share.
comments are very, very, appreciative. We
Mm-hmm.
love all the comments, negative
Yep.
and positive, or
Mm-hmm.
even like suggestions that you guys like,
Yep.
because it helps us
Mm-hmm.
react to it later. And
Yes.
we love to be able to answer all your guys' questions and comments.
Mm-hmm.
So please, yeah, definitely, submit those. Guys, go check out our channel over at TikTok at His and Hers YT. And of course, like always, we're going to try to post some more short clips for you when we get
Mm-hmm.
to editing more of our videos. And then, of course, go check out our Lounge Talk show,
Mm-hmm.
the evening Lounge Talk.
Yes.
And once again, wait again, be on the lookout for when we have guests on the show. Some definitely got some guests in the works.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can get that scheduled soon.
Yes.
Okay. So speaking of comments, honey,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be a comment reaction video.
Yes,
We
we
have,
are.
yeah, we haven't done it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done one since we moved to our
Yeah.
new studio, and so yeah, definitely looking forward to reacting to all your guys' comments. Okay, so honey, let's begin.
Mm-hmm.
This first comment comes from Chicken Little. Okay. And it's a comment on our Andrew Tate defending himself against Pierce Morgan video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From a day or two ago. Okay.
So check that out.
Yeah. So, guys, yeah, we're going to try to react to every comment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chicken Little says, when you say value, include dating market because it will be misunderstood. So real quick, Chicken Little,
Mm-hmm.
our channel and our message is about the truth.
Yes.
And so, yes, it does encompass the dating market,
Mm-hmm.
the sexual market, if you want to
Yeah.
call that as well, too, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's really more about the truth. And so when you guys hear us talking on this channel and on our podcast, we'll relate all the values
Mm-hmm.
to the truth, which
Which is
once again,
mm-hmm.
having your biological kids and
Mm-hmm.
giving the best
Outcome.
outcome for your biological kids, right?
Yes.
And so, yes, that's what the values is for, not
Mm-hmm.
for per se just the dating market or just to get sex.
Sex. Getting laid. Another word.
Correct. You want to add anything else to that, honey? Because yes, it can get misunderstood sometimes when we talk about values on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Because as many times as I repeat it,
Yep.
people keep obviously thinking it has to do with like sex
dating.
or dating. And yes, that is a product, a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, the final outcome is the truth, which is your kids. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Next comment is from Fettel 1988, and it's from a comment to the same video, the
Yeah.
Andrew Tate defending himself against Piers Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And Fettel states, people are choosing the wrong definition of property.
Yes.
Until literally these days, we fully understood that a child is your property until they hit 18. They did not pay for the house,
Mm-hmm.
the food, the education they get, the clothing until they
We'll read more.
were legally adults. They were yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think about that, honey? Yeah, you definitely spoke some truth in that. So what do you think?
Yes. Well, I mean, there are some aspect truth about that because when they're 18, they're still considered minors, right?
Until they're 18,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, until they're 18. So if you're 17,
At least in
yeah.
the U.S.
Yes, U.S. I don't know about other states or country. I mean, other countries. I wouldn't say state because I don't know. Well,
Yeah, every country is
every
different.
country is different, right? But in the U.S., right, if you're under 18, you're a minor. So anything that you do wrong, whatever else, or need to be fed underneath the clothing, education-wise, that is a parent's obligation. That's your duty. That's your child, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, yes, if you want in term to use it as a word property, but see when you use the word property, sometimes people skew it as negative. Federal 1988 because they'll think like, okay, property means you own a ball and chain, you're abusing them or whatever else. No, property doesn't mean that way. It's not enslaving or anything. Property in terms like if you use it positively is that you're caring and nurturing for it. You're feeding it, you're taking care of it. That's
Yeah.
a good thing, not a bad thing. So when people use the word property, just try not to think of negative like enslave or slavery time or whatever else. It's not, we're not thinking of it that way, guys. Just like with a marriage, when you're saying property, you are sort of like connected to each other.
Yeah.
You're caring for one another. It's not negative connotation. So
Yeah.
yes.
So there's with anything in life, there's
Mm-hmm.
pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
The word that my wife left out, but she hinted to it, of course,
Mm-hmm.
is responsibility and
Mm-hmm.
accountability.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we use the word, or if people out there and people misconstrue the word property, it
Mm-hmm.
has to do with responsibility and accountability.
Yep.
So like Fedel is saying, the kids, right, your child, until they turn 18, they're your responsibility and
Mm-hmm.
you're accountable. You're
Mm-hmm.
accountable for them. So
Yep.
henceforth, they're your property, because anything that they do, you're going to be held accountable for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't mean, like my wife said, that they're your slave,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of course, they have rights. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
they can have decisions and make things on their own. But
Mm-hmm.
think about it, right? If your child gets in trouble as a minor,
Mm-hmm.
most people nowadays, although the law is different from thing, I'm not a lawyer, guys,
Yeah.
right? But obviously, if a minor who's 16 commits a crime, the legal system will punish them. They're not going to
Mm-hmm.
punish the parents, right? You get what I'm saying?
Well, they'll knock
But
on your door. They're gonna still alert the parent because it's still a minor.
100%, because with their guard. But my point is, our system now has things in place to punish that person. But what you
Mm-hmm.
guys don't have to understand is the word property
Mm-hmm.
stems from past experiences
Yeah.
too, meaning that back in the day there was nothing in place for the legal system
Mm-hmm.
to punish the children. Okay. And so what that means is the adult, the parent,
Yeah.
bore that burden.
Yeah.
And so what this conversation, to give you guys context, but go check out our video as well, we were talking about women's and men's values and how they're each other's properties, these values. So think about it, guys. When we commit to each other and we are responsible now, right? We've committed our values to each other, right? So we're responsible and we're accountable now to bring these values to the table to one another, right?
Yep.
That's where it becomes this word property now, right? So that's where, we've tried to vilify men, especially by saying, oh, well, the woman's not your property.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. The values that you committed to me, just like the values that I committed to you, are each other's property.
Yep.
And of course, if you want to break up, right? Everyone has the right nowadays to break up and divorce, whatever, right? Then yeah, no longer will it be your property.
There
Okay?
you go.
All right.
Next.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
right.
Next comment,
comment.
guys, is from D minus. And this was a comment on our marriage. Is it even worth it video?
Mm-hmm.
And he just commented, I love the setup. Thank you, D minus. Yeah, no, we're really digging it too. I really makes me feel like, we're taken away to another place. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
All right. Next comment is from Eunice Kamis. And
Hopefully
it's
pronounced that
another
right.
comment. Yeah, I apologize if I butchered that. But it's another comment to the Andrew Tate defending against Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
And he says, at 8 minutes, never thought of it like that. Okay, so honey, real quick, at that 8-minute mark is when I had commented, guys, that the property thing, right? Which is we own each other's values. And so, for example, if people think that we live in a misogynistic or patriarchal society right now,
Yep.
why is it then that if we divorce each other, and let's be honest, right, women do the majority of the divorcing, right?
True on that one.
Right? Why is it then that we no longer commit to each other now, right? We're saying, hey, we no longer want to be with each other,
Yep.
right? Why is it then that I still owe my values to you, whereas now you don't owe your values to me, right? Meaning primarily finance,
Yep.
resources on my side, the men's side, and then, of course, the fidelity, the sex on the women's side. Right. And so that's what he was saying. So thank you, Eunice Kamis, for, opening your mind. I'm glad I was able to bring you another viewpoint and another, obviously, the truth to you. Right. So I hope that helped you out. Next comment is from Poor Man 313. Once again, this is a comment of the Andrew Tate video. He says he interrupted him constantly throughout the
Yes.
entire so-called interview.
Hmm.
Honey Bun, you want to comment on that
Yes,
comment?
he did. He didn't even give him a chance to even like say or put in some words in there. He was just like being rude about it. I mean, Tate, Mr. Tate really carried himself well. I mean, he didn't blow up on him or anything else. I know he was trying to get some more, like, negative things, reaction from him and stuff
Yeah.
so that he could use it to bash him. But
Well,
luckily, he carried himself well that he didn't, need to do that. So
yeah. Well, Andrew Tate did make a video
afterwards.
commenting or reacting to
Mm-hmm.
that video. So guys, go check it out because we shot a video reacting to that video as well. But
Uh-huh.
anyways, look out for that. But yeah, no. In that video, Mr. Tate said that he was very deliberately trying to not say
Mm-hmm.
anything
Yeah.
because obviously, he thinks that the Matrix is trying to obviously get more ammo to
Mm-hmm.
to obviously fire back against him.
Yep.
But I don't know. I disagree. I think there was a way to go about saying, hey, you brought me on here for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not want me to answer the questions? And if you're not going to allow me to answer the questions, then how are we going to have a civil debate?
Yep.
Which you told me beforehand, right? Because that's what supposedly Piers Morgan told Mr. Tate beforehand. It was like, hey, let's not try to overtalk each other
Mm-hmm.
and let's try to have a normal conversation. But
Yep.
anyways, that was a joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next comment from is Sinuicu. So CNUICU.
Uh-huh.
And this is from a comment from an older video of
Very old
ours.
one,
So
yeah.
yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for
Mhm.
checking some of our older content, older videos. We have a pretty big
lot.
library.
Yes.
Obviously, like I said, we want to produce more for you guys. But this is the video of reacting to Kevin Samuels. Only upperclassmen need apply, part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the comment is, the problem is the talented 10th is trying to make a family with the untalented 90%. There must be culture shock and cultural disparity. Same skin color, but different values. The two will never meet. The 90% women will never get it and always be ratchet. All right, honey, what do you think? Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
just put bluntly, right? He's or she, I don't know, I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell
Yeah.
the gender of the commenter, but
Mm-hmm.
talking about the black community, right?
Yep.
And what they're saying is that the top 10% of black men
Mm-hmm.
is trying to make a family with
Mm-hmm.
an untalented 90% of black women. And so,
Yeah.
what do you think of that comment? But I think in general, that's also what they're commenting about as well. So,
Well,
what do you think?
the two would never meet is that because they're trying to, carry their ratchet ways and everything else, and he's trying to be like, hey, you got to change certain ways to meet, being, here's a man's value, here's a woman's value, here's a way you carry yourself, here's, how you need to respect your man. When if the woman isn't trying to meet where her values are as a woman or as a wife, and then trying to be like wearing the pants in the house and act like a man, and then and then disrespecting the man, making him look like a wuss, well, guess what? You're never going to meet. You're never going to meet and become together as one. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what he's referring.
Yeah.
She referring to. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, that is definitely a general statement, but let me dive deeper into it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is with the ideology of the
Mm-hmm.
feminism lies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it created this matrix where women no longer want to be be women of value, right? Be
Yeah.
a high value woman, and they no longer understand the values which gives the truth the best outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And so men, there's this kind of false ideology that is put out there sometimes, which is they say, women adapt to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I disagree. I think
Mhm.
women do not adapt. They are more impressionable.
Mm-hmm.
They are more malleable, and biologically that's true, right?
Mhm.
Because you guys are the weaker sex, right? And so men have had to adapt, right? And so because now women are no longer qualified as wives, and we've talked about this so many times on the channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because they only want the top 10% of
Mhm.
men, right? So I'm trying to provide some context to this comment, guys.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's just not working out, because the top 10% of men has all the options. And so he is going to be more picky. He's going
Mm-hmm.
to be saying, hey, if you're not qualified as a wife, I don't have to settle for you. I can
Mm-hmm.
just keep looking and looking. I can freaking just hit you, like have sex with you.
Yeah.
And, when I want to find the right person, I can go out of country, out of state. And I don't blame them. I've said in other videos, like, hey, men, we need to continue just punishing bad behavior, like Myron says, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not put up with this feminism lie. And this current generation of women are no longer qualified as wives. So
Mm-hmm.
go find wives somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, yes, we're talking about this comment is specifying black people,
Mm-hmm.
but truthfully, guys, this feminism lie has spread throughout the
All.
West, and
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't matter what ethnicity it
Ethnicity you
is.
are.
Obviously, it just seems to be more, I guess, uh, marketed, or I guess thing with the black community. But if
Mm-hmm.
you look at all the other RP community content out there, it's women of white, Asian. It
Doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter. They
It
all
doesn't
have,
matter.
and that's kind of why we want to start our channel with the Asian,
Mm-hmm.
obviously focus on
Well,
that, because we know it's permeated the Asian society as well.
yeah.
Okay, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's the problem. It's just women are no longer qualified.
Yeah.
All right, next comment. William Misna.
Mixna.
And this is a comment from an older video of ours again. So once
Nice.
again,
Thank
thank you
you.
guys. And it's the Andrew Tate and Cheyenne do not get along, season 2, episode 7, part 2 of our
Mm-hmm.
series. So guys, go check out that series. We have several parts on
That's a
that
pretty good
video.
one.
Yeah. He says, "Sir, you're so smart with your words, and the way you try to illustrate things is quite impressive. Thank you."
Mm-hmm.
And she's so calm and pays attention to what they are trying to say, which shows a mature perspective. You guys are amazing. And one question: can you guys invite Andrew Tate and have a convo? I'm pretty sure it's gonna break the internet.
Yes.
I
We'd
would love
to.
to. I think we're such a small channel that I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if Mr. Tate would even, consider looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he does,
Yeah.
because I do have some things I would love to ask him, and also point out and debate with him.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, the primary one is the whole alpha concept, and
Yeah.
of course the whole truth concept, which I've always said on this channel. I don't consider him alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Is he alpha worthy?
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yes.
Is he alpha qualified?
Not yet.
100%. But until you're actually on the purpose of the
Mhm.
truth
Yeah.
and wanting to have kids, and then
Mhm.
obviously providing the best outcome for your kids, which I don't believe he has kids yet,
Mhm.
right?
Well, there's like little news floating, but I'd rather have it coming from his mouth, and he hasn't said anything. So media can
Yeah.
tweak things that they think, but
Yeah.
you know what? I'm
The,
not sure.
well, I'll give you some context, right? So recently we all found out that his brother Tristan
Mhm.
had a daughter,
Mhm.
right? And you can see on some of the shows that they talk about it, how his comments towards his daughter and
Mhm.
even the mother of his child is now.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm talking about, guys. It really changes your focus on life
Mhm.
and what this all means, the meaning of life, when you have that kid, right?
Mhm.
And so you can see Tristan, the way he comments about that situation, you can
Mhm.
see his perspective now, right? And so I told you guys, until you're on that mindset, and then until
Mhm.
you actually do it, you don't have that perspective,
Yeah.
right? And once again, like I said, it's not a diss on Mr. Tate. It's just that a lot of the guys in the RP community, they're not, I guess, trying to push for that final
Yeah.
level, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Next comment. This is from Defluent, and it is a comment to our marriage. Is it even worth it? Okay. And he says, it's only worth it if she has the right mindset. Marriage ain't just a casual relationship. It's duty, responsibility, it's respect, it's being there for the long run. I think the idea of marriage in my generation is misconstrued. A lot of people think about the wedding and not the marriage, in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. Your guys' generation, it sounds like you're from a younger generation. And yeah, it started with Gen X guys,
Mm-hmm.
and so our generation definitely was bombarded with this ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember, thinking about these same talking points too. I remember back in the day, I was the mindset of, oh well, if a female slept around, it was the same as a dude slept around. I remember thinking to myself as a younger man, like or a teenager, like, well, why is it such a big deal if women sleep around? Men can sleep around too. So yeah, guys, I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
been indoctrinated in us for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And with the marriage concept, now marriage is looked at as like, oh, it's the ring, it's the whole event of it. It's making sure each one of you guys are happy, and it's a partnership. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not happy in a marriage, then oh my God, that's not the right marriage. Marriage should be easy. How many times have you guys
No.
heard that, right? Marriage should be easy. You should get along so well with your other
You got
person,
to work
their
on it.
partner.
Nope. That's a lie. That's a false lie. With everything, with relationships and all that stuff, you know, you got to work at it. I mean, you're always going to have your ups and downs. What, you're going to give up? I mean, look at your grandparents. They've been married, either grandparents or parents. If you come from a two-parent household, they had to work at it. No life is perfect. If one kept saying yes to the other person, like if say your dad is always agreeing with your mom or never disagreeing with your mom, there's something going on. There's something going behind
Yeah.
closed doors. I mean, you have to have once in a while there's disagreements, but you know what? You work at it. You
Mhm.
you try to fix things, whatever else, everything you have to resolve. I mean, you have to find ways to resolve and then create a solution
Yeah.
because nothing is perfect. Life isn't perfect. Don't try to tell me that if you've never seen your parents argue or to have disagreement, that they're perfect life. No, there isn't. That means someone is just keeping it inside and one day it's just going to explode.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Yeah.
In a relationship, you have to be honest with one another. You have to talk it out. You have to, if things are on your mind, hey, share it.
Yeah.
Things like that. Burden, good things, bad things. You got to share all the above.
Yeah.
So that's my perspective.
Yeah. Well, let me end it with this because my wife said a lot correctly stuff there, but let me end you guys with this,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's not like you guys are going to look out for problems, right?
No.
Don't make it, like you're not like you're going to go out of your way to find difficulty in
No.
your marriage or
Yes.
relationship. But let me ask you guys, answer this question for
Mhm.
me. I'll end it with that, right? Is
Mhm.
things in life that are harder, right,
Mhm.
versus being easier, which one is more rewarding?
Mhm.
Things that are harder to do and takes time and effort and work to achieve, or things that just come so freaking easy
Just
for
give it.
whatever reason,
Mhm. Yep.
So I would look at that from the same standpoint.
Which
Okay,
one is more rewarding?
correct. All right, next comment is from Daniel Gomez, and it
Mhm.
is a reaction to our Andrew Tate,
Older clips.
a clip of a boys interview with Andrew Tate on body count. It's from the
Mhm.
Nelk Boys
Oh yeah.
interview with Andrew Tate. Okay, so thank
I
you
remember
guys once
that
again
one.
for watching some of our older clips.
Mhm.
Um, I can't believe it. This is the first couple I have seen actually be rational and non emotional about how the majority of relationships can be successful based on what we know at a general scale. There's always exceptions to the rule, but on a general basis.
Mhm.
Thank you for the
Thank
kind
you.
words,
Mhm.
Daniel.
Thank you.
Yeah, my wife and I, like I always said, we luckily we were kind of just fortunate with having the mindset of the truth
Mhm.
naturally.
Yep.
But once we found it, and also once we were able to actually grasp it,
Mhm.
it's really helped us be obviously more rational and non-emotional about it.
Yeah.
But we're emotional about it in the right ways, right? We're
Mhm.
emotional about it with happiness, like we enjoy each other, we're happy about our current status, we're
Mhm.
fulfilled in what we're doing,
Yep.
right? So I think that's kind of where it's you can be emotional, you just don't
Mhm.
want to be emotionally negative about
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So thank you.
Mhm.
All right. D minus. Thank you, D minus, for another comment.
Yeah.
This is the comment to the Sneeko explain why Western women are probably something like just not wives or something like that. But
Mhm.
anyways, it was a reaction video from Fresh
Fresh
and
and
Fit.
fit.
So, and he just says, great video.
Thank
D
you.
minus, man, thank you so much for all the kind words.
Mhm.
Appreciate it. All
Thank you
right.
for that love, D minus.
Yes. Next comment is from David Eng, and
Mhm.
it is a comment to our introduction to the His and Hers podcast. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you for watching that,
Yeah.
guys. That was just kind of a quick first video to
Yeah.
introduce you guys to our new studio.
Mhm.
He says, "You have my support, guys. I thought I was crazy and alone with the truth as an Asian. All right,
Yay.
welcome,
Nice.
my Asian
Welcome.
brother. All right.
Yes.
Nope, I am wrong. I am happy to admit it.
Thank
All
you,
right,
David
yeah,
Eng,
David
and
Eng,
share it.
thank
And
you.
thank you for that love. and continue. I mean, we would love us brothers and sisters. I mean, we got to let people recognize, in community that we need to come together as, Asian brothers and sisters, family, whatever else, and values need to come back, having the women value, the men's value, and let's not try to plague, I have to use that word, plague our sisters, our women, and men too. So
Yeah, no, I mean, real quick, just to end on that, I think there's this huge. I'm gonna guess out there. I don't have the stats to show it, but there's some anecdotal stats that I want to point out to my Asian brothers that they're, I want to tell you guys that I see you guys out there. I feel you guys out there, right?
Yep.
Asian men are the least desired demographic on dating apps. We know that. Asian men statistically are shorter than the rest of the races, right? Asian men, unfortunately, have this bad stereotype, very negative stereotype, and obviously, who knows who created it? If it was the white man or whatever,
Let's break
right?
that.
Right? But anyways, it's about obviously your penis size, right? Being small.
Wrong.
None of these things, right? And then, of course, we're known as being intelligent, smart, and obviously well-to-do. Like we know how to make money, right? And
We're hard
that's
workers.
proven statistically, right?
Yep.
Like we're obviously one of the highest earners ethnicity-wise, right? But unfortunately, none of those metrics arouses a female. So I get it as Asian men in the Western society, and I want to emphasize that because obviously Asian men in the other Asian cultures, the Asian females in those cultures understand the concept, right, of the truth for the most part. But in the Western world, I feel you guys because women in the Western world, Asian or not, have been influenced by this feminism ideology, right? And so they're looking for things that don't benefit the truth, right? They don't care too much about the resources because they can make their own money and I'm a boss babe, right? And you don't own me, right? You don't own I'm not a property like some of these buzzwords we say. So I feel you guys. So yeah, I'm going to make some more videos, guys, to kind of give you guys more advice on what, as an Asian man, as an Asian dude out there, my brothers, what you guys can do to be more successful.
Yep.
Okay? So
Let's
look out.
change that stereotype because
Yes.
you know what? I don't know who's spreading that about penis size and whatever else, but you know what? You guys are successful. You guys are handsome, and that's why I married one.
Yeah,
so,
but let's not do it to ourselves either,
yeah,
right? So
let's not do that.
Let's work it.
Let's change
Let's work it. Okay?
Let's change that.
All right, next comment is from Riziki Jafari. And once again, I apologize if I butcher that.
Yeah.
And it's a comment to our introduction to our His and Hers podcast. And they state, watched a lot of your content.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you
Show
so
the
much.
love.
Yeah, go through all the content because we have a lot of truths and a lot of advice in there for you guys. Okay.
Yes.
Another one from D minus, same video, introduction to the His and Hers podcast, and he states, "I cannot wait to support and learn." Appreciate it, D minus. That's the whole key, D minus. We're here,
showing us the love.
not to. It's to give advice. It's to help men and women, and that's just the truth. I would love to get monetized. I want to get monetized. That's not a lie to you guys. I'm 100% honest because obviously we can continue to do better things. We can continue providing you guys more content and all this stuff. But everyone on this team, myself, this is all self-funded. We're not getting money from advertising, and I get it. We haven't set up a monetization.
Yep.
So, guys, if you guys can help us out there and help us monetize this podcast and channel,
share it.
please let us know, and we'll get it done. But the main key is just pushing the truth out there, debunking the lies, and helping men and women have meaningful and fruitful marriages and kids. Okay.
True.
All right. Zenzi states, "We need more videos. You guys are great." And it is a reaction to the Sneeko.
Showing us the love.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Next comment is from Olivero
Was there something on the
Teresa.
bottom, babe? You should go back to him.
Oh, that was just we commented to
Oh,
Zenzi.
okay, that's nice.
Okay. I don't know what Olivero said. He just says promosum.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I apologize, Olivero. I don't
Yeah.
know what that means.
Let us know. Reply on that.
Yeah, comment again, please. John and Don, kind of a cool name, commented to part 2, grilling episode 7 of the Andrew Tate and Cheyenne Do Not Get Along. States, "I've been living and witnessing everything this guy is talking about. Shallowness originated with men. I'm sorry, with women, not men. Women and children can be careless in this world, not men.
Read more.
Read more real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Don Vito Corleone.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag say it
Louder.
louder for the Karens
Uh-huh.
in thumbs up sign, and hashtag the back who may disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with the feminism ideology
Right.
and the matrix ideology that is trying to obviously trick us, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
we get it. Women was given the right to
Yep.
vote and have, obviously the power to be the same rights as men. You
Well, I'm
know,
not saying totally negative, in that connotation, but it's
no,
just
no, no,
that
no, no,
they're,
no, no, no. It's not negative.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is that should have happened, right? You
Mm-hmm.
you you ask for the rights to vote. You ask for the rights to be equal in terms of a society, civilian member of
Mm-hmm.
society to a man, right?
Yeah.
To men. Great, we gave it to you, right? My problem is that we haven't done the flip side, which is
Mm-hmm.
with responsibility
There are
comes accountability.
accountability. Yes.
And so for the longest time, women and children, like this statement from Don Vito Corleone is from The
Mm-hmm.
Godfather, of course, right,
Mm-hmm.
honey? Great movie, by the way,
Yeah.
right? That saying had meaning
Mm-hmm.
because women and children obviously were still held in the same class.
Mm-hmm.
But the pro about that was that you weren't held accountable.
Yep.
Just like we stated earlier, that back in the day, if children messed up, their parents were held
Or the
accountable.
accountable. Mm-hmm.
So same thing with the woman back in the day. If
Mm-hmm.
she messed up, her
The husband
husband
is
was held
accountable.
accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you guys ask for it. You guys ask for the responsibility and the rights. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is society
It's
hasn't
not.
held you accountable
Nope.
yet. And so this is where you're seeing this backlash. This is where you're seeing channels like
Mm-hmm.
ours, the RP community, the
Yeah.
hypergamy bumping up, right?
Yep.
Okay. David Ang responds again.
Yeah.
It says, "No problem, uncle and auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's tell the truth like our ancestors."
Yes.
And this was just a comment that we told you guys because we were moving around that time. So we were just getting into our new studio. So
Mm-hmm.
we apologize once again. It took a little bit longer than
Mm-hmm.
needed. Okay.
Yep.
Next comment is from iWolf Wisoka, and it is the Andrew Tate and Cheyenne do not get along,
Mm-hmm.
but part 4 now.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Imagine having a wife with that mindset." Heart.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, thank you. Well, honey,
Yep.
what do you want to say? He's giving you a comment.
Oh.
Obviously
Thank you.
a thing. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
giving you
Thank
a compliment.
you.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Thank you.
yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
Mhm.
Like I said,
Showing that love.
I lucked out. We were both very just traditional
Mhm.
upbringing, and so we
Yep.
just had this mindset naturally. So thank you.
Mhm.
Raiden commented to the same episode, Grilling Season 2, Episode 7.
Mhm.
Great reaction.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you, Raiden.
Thank you, Raiden. Showing that love.
Yep.
Keep it coming, guys.
Med Sami Kamal says, from that same video as well, too, the
Mhm.
Cheyenne do not get along video.
Yeah.
Such an intelligent wife. I hope the best for your channel, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and
Ah.
and real quick, guys,
you, Med.
I get it. The more and more that I have been in this community, and the
Mm-hmm.
more that I'm seeing what the dating market is for you guys out there, right?
Mhm.
Millennials and Gen Zs, right?
Yep.
I feel for you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's I found a good one, and it luckily it was before this whole thing, unfortunately, hypergamy, social media.
Mhm.
Because my wife and I, we didn't grow up during the social media times,
No,
right? Like
not really.
you guys literally grew up when the social media 2010, I think, is when it hit, and that blew the whole hypergamy thing out the
Mhm.
window. So women
Yeah.
now just unfortunately that thing is just over exponentialized, right?
Mhm.
All right, last comment, guys. This is from David Ang again. So thank you,
Hey.
David Ang. And it is to our reacting to Kevin Samuels' Men Are Useless Part 5 video.
Mhm.
And he says, "Finally, I am not the only Asian who is watching Godfather KS. We have
Mhm.
been raised in his style. Wow, our elders were so right."
Yes. Very
Well,
true, David.
thank you, David.
Mhm.
And once again, it's just a mindset.
Mhm.
Like I said, keep watching out for more Asian content, guys, because
Mhm.
that's kind of where I want to hit.
Yep.
I want to push back on this feminism lie specifically towards our culture and towards our thing. Watch out, guys, for more content from us, merch and all this stuff for Asian empowerment.
Yep.
Asian awareness. Asian, and just promoting Asian culture in general.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I'm Vietnamese. My wife is Chinese, Cambodian, and some
Mm-hmm.
other, obviously races as
Mix.
well.
Yeah.
But the key is, guys, we can no longer, in this day and age, no longer have this mindset of
Mm-hmm.
separation. So I want to end it with this. I
Mm-hmm.
want to call out to all my Asian people out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whether you're Japanese, Chinese,
Mix.
Korean,
Yep.
Indonesian, Filipino,
Doesn't
whatever,
matter.
Vietnamese,
Yep.
Thai, okay? We
Mongolian,
we
whatever.
need to stand up and have a voice for each other,
Mm-hmm.
right? We need to have a voice in this Western society, just like all the other ethnicities and all the other cultures.
Mm-hmm.
We can no longer say, "Oh, well, you're Vietnamese, I'm Chinese,
No.
I'm Japanese," and so, that doesn't relate to us.
No, you need to unite. Where no matter what, when you fill out that paper form, you're still considered Asian.
Yeah, they say
Okay,
Asian,
Pacific
Pacific
Islander, whatever
Islander.
else. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're still considered that on a piece of paper. So why are you not supporting? If you see something wrong, I don't care who they are. If they're Pacific Islander or they're Asian, speak up for them. If they're your elders, speak up for them, protect them. If they're the youngins, speak up, protect them. It doesn't matter. They're like, we're family. Okay, if they
Yeah.
have a business, support them.
Yeah.
Okay, don't
I-
look down on your Asian people.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is not right. The only way for a community to grow, people, to grow, is to support one another.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is the only way, and to speak up for each other.
Yeah.
Okay, hire people. Be more vocal. When you see things on screen, why is it the Caucasian person playing the Asian person? Why aren't they hiring the Asian actors?
Correct.
Things like that. You see
Yeah.
something wrong. Why is it that the Asian guy is playing the nerd and goofy person?
Yeah.
And
Why are we stereotyped?
stereotype. Let's stop that. Let's stop that cap. Let's just stop that.
Yeah.
We are better than that, people. We are better. We have successful Asian people community. We are business minded. We are this. We are actors. We're actors. We're athletes. We are, we do a lot more than just playing, like, for a comedian person, someone to, poke at and, laugh at.
Yep.
The men are more the men are actually,
Yeah.
more rewarding and more loving. Why are we not being accepted in the dating app?
Yeah.
Like, you need to be more vocal, people. Be more vocal with your Asian community and love them and nurture them.
Yeah. So thank you, honey. Yeah, that needed to be said.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Very been a while for our comments. So thank you so much. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Join us as we give you guys a glimpse into our lives, give you guys advice, hopefully give you guys entertainment value as well too, and provide you guys better outcomes.
Yes.